When we decided to leave Buffalo, Wyoming, our upcoming destination was Ogallala, Nebraska. And if you've ever watched the Western TV movie Lonesome Dove, then you know that Ogallala was the destination at the end of the cattle drive. The folks at the KOA were ever so friendly, and like most KOA owners, became like old friends to us. Okay, will you? While in Ogallala, we enjoyed a steady breeze, and one night we went to a Mexican restaurant. We talked to the staff, and they were from Mexico, a place near where we lived, and so that was really cool to have a little bit of a reminder of ways and things in Mexico. With no hills or mountains in sight, we could understand why Dorothy and Toto got swept up in a tornado, because there is nothing to stop one. We did hear an interesting bit of information about tornadoes upon our check in at Salina. I asked the woman at the check in desk if she was originally from Kansas. She said, born and raised. So my next question was, how many tornadoes have you seen in your lifetime? Her reply was, 0. Now, this woman appeared to be about 50 years old, so it's hard to believe she lived in Kansas all her life and hadn't laid eyes on one tornado. She went on to tell us about an Indian legend that if an area is surrounded by water, no harm will come to that area or the people there by a tornado. Thankfully, we were surrounded by water. In case you were wondering, the Wizard of Oz is alive and well in Kansas, and Dorothy says hello to all. We thoroughly enjoyed our stay in Kansas, but as you well know, there comes a time when we have to mosey on east. Our next stop is Harrison, Arkansas. Getting to Arkansas means driving through a piece of Missouri, and in case you didn't know, Springfield, Missouri is home to Bass Pro Shop. That, by the way, also now owns Cabela's outdoor sports stores too. After checking into the campground and meeting the nice host, we began to feel right at home. We did notice that our neighbors were out enjoying the sunny weather, Mr. and Miss Skinny. Check out the pretty campground here in Arkansas. It had already been decided that we had no choice but to visit the flagship store of the Bass Pro Shop 60 miles up the road in Springfield, Missouri. And flagship store it was. This place is absolutely incredible, to say the least. Over 800,000 square feet of clothing, guns, archery collections, gun collections, boats, aquarium, dynamic displays, restaurants, home decor, hunting, fishing supplies, and a genuine Bass Pro fudge shop. Yes, a fudge shop. We were like kids in a fudge shop. At noon, we had lunch in the Ernest Hemingway restaurant. We dined watching fish swimming behind glass in the restaurant. I got shrimp tacos and Tim got a catfish plate. Yummy stuff. We spent 5 hours here. One of the most amazing things to us was a lot of the detail in the displays, like the guns going up the stairway, or all the animals hidden in the corners, or bears and deer and moose and stuff. It was really, really cool to see what workmanship went into this beautiful place. If you ever get the opportunity to visit the Bass Pro Shop World in Springfield, it's worth a trip. And just in case you were wondering, the fudge here is delicious.